Stay the at home. The Rona is spreading. The is no joke. It's no time to work or roam. The way you can fight it is simple, my friends. Just stay the at home. Now, technically, I'm not a doctor, but mother listen when I read a poem. So here I am, Sam Jackson, imploring you, keep your ass at home. If you want things to get back to normal, don't panic. Just use your dome. Wash your hands, stop touching your face, and stay the at home. Motherfucker, it's no time to gamble. Look around, you're not at a casino. Just stay the home as if your name was Trenton Quarantino. Sure, you can still see your friends. Use the mother app on your phone. But unless you just ran out of groceries, please stay the at home.
Last verse.
For doing your part to flatten the curve, because that is steep. And now that you're home, please feel free to go to sleep.
What a way to start show. Why is it when Samuel L. Jackson says shit like that, it's just the funniest ever, bro?
He's got the voice. He's got that angry, oh, you off voice, innit?
Yeah. You motherfucker.
Are you serious?
He would have been a 6 teacher.
So yeah, this is How to Kill an Hour. My name is Marcus Bronzy. Thank you in advance for killing some time with us. I just want to get straight to it. On today's show, we are joined by, and there's not many times I get to say this, an MC, a host, radio presenter, and chef as well. Big Zoo. What's going on, bro?
Well, I'm inside. What's good, my bro?
I'm nice. I mean, we're doing this remote thing right now, and you saw me messing around off the jump. You saw me messing around with Snap Filters, which is this app that's come out, Snap Camera.
Yeah.
Let me just switch to it again, actually. Can you describe for the people listening to the podcast what's just happened to my face?
It looks like a potato in the soil. Oh, it's actually sick.
It's all right, you know. There's also, I think everyone can. It looks pretty good quality, and everyone else can kind of make their own as well. So people have been making. I don't know if you've seen that Tiger King show that's come out on Netflix or seen people talking about it.
I've seen people chatting about it. I ain't watched it, man. It's been killed for me already.
It's just, you know what? I don't want to get too into it now because obviously, like, I don't want to spoil it. But it's just batshit crazy. You know, when you watch a show and it just goes on, and every time an episode continues, you're like, this can't get any fucking crazier, and it just does every time. Yeah, but yeah, how have you been, though, Zoo?
Well, I can't complain. Obviously, self-isolating right now. I've been getting a lot of work done from home. I mean, I'm happy I could do things like this, like that definitely help me pass the time, bro. So
yeah. So you're at home, and from the sounds of things like you just said, you've got a lot of time on your hands, but you've always been a busy guy anyway. So what are you doing? You doing more music stuff? Are you looking at new ideas?
I'm lucky enough to have a studio in my room. I've got a home set up. So I've been recording, writing down new ideas, thinking of demos, and then with the TV program, because obviously we had a lot of PR lined up to do stuff outside when it was the normal time. So we've kind of had to adapt to creating content in my house. So I've been doing some like videos, and we've been working out other ways to like help promote the program before it comes out, stuff like that, man. And like I've been doing like other campaigns with companies just from the house, man. I think everyone's having to adapt right now, and I'm definitely part of that brigade. Yeah,
definitely makes sense, man. I mean, what can we talk about what the original plan was for the PR campaign? Because I was quite excited about that.
I don't know if they might attack me, because even for the fact that I've said it already, but I don't care. We're here, man. It's a podcast. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's obvious everyone had plans.
Yeah, well, exactly. Like we just had ideas to do like visual content with people, cooking with people. Like we had a launch lined up, all these things like. And obviously my two co-hosts are my brothers from the ends, and them man got no press pics. Let's just put it like that. Them man got iPhone. They got this. They got the one iPhone, Instagram, one other. Yeah, they got that.
Do you still default to the one other pose though? Because I feel like if I don't point in a picture, I look like I've won a prize. I look like I'm a prize winner, and I'm just here like, hey, is it the two gun fingers? Yeah.
2 gun fingers. Hide the man boobs. That's my tactic. Hide the man boobs. So, and it kind of makes you look wedge as well.
It does. It gives you extra shoulders, makes you look hench. But so the reason we're getting you on the show is because of a new TV show that's about to. It's a TV show that's about to drop, Zoom, man, and it's about food. Right before we get into it, this is how into food Big Zoo is. Can you just tell us what you were dining on as we've started the podcast, please?
I just had a garlic, chili, spinach, cheese omelette.
Jeez.
Tea as well in a big.
What's in the tea?
Ginger, lemon, and honey.
Nice.
I ain't getting no Rona. That's the Idle man way to survive. That's what everyone's saying. Listen, if you just grate some ginger, you put some lemon, you'll be fine.
Yeah, you're all right, mate. How about I stay indoors as well? Because I don't think by going outside with a little bit of garlic around my neck and holding a lemon in my hand, that's going to stop me from getting this serious shit. It's crazy, isn't it? I mean, it's inevitable, like in every single conversation you have, like we're here to talk about your TV show and stuff, but it's inevitable that every conversation you have is about Corona. And usually I get sick of stuff like this, but to be honest, I feel like it's justified at this time, man. Yeah,
I mean, it is like the common denominator, however you say that word, is the common thing that people are definitely talking about every convo I have. I mean, I could be literally talking to like my gran and we'll be like, so how's life? How's everything going? Hey, this Corona. Hey, this Corona. Cool. Hey, and in Sierra Leone, they got their first case. So my dad, he lives in Sierra Leone, and they got one case, yeah? We have a crazy amount of cases over here. They got the one, and they're going mad. They're going mad. Like, I'm in some like group chat with some like Sierra Leonean brothers, and they're just sending the maddest. Like, they sent me an article yesterday that said Barack Obama tells Africans to not take European vaccine. Like, I'm like, oh. You're like a buggy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it is part of every convo. But at the end of the day, I think it's such a crazy thing for people to go through that it's very hard to process. I mean, weeks have gone by now. I've been self-isolating from when I landed back. I was in Sierra Leone 3 weeks ago, and I landed, and I haven't gone out since. And it's surreal. It's surreal, and people are maybe a little bit getting used to it, but it's still not normal. Like being locked in your house. You know, it's like you're on house arrest, and at the end of the day, we're doing it to benefit other people. We're doing it to save lives, and because you're not getting like a medal to your house saying you're a hero. You know, some people need that instant gratification. I feel like we live in a time like that where people need that just straight away. You have done well. You have done something. You have saved 1.5 lives by staying home today. Do you know, this is more of a thing where it's just like a bit of common sense. And sometimes JME has a bar where he says common sense needs to be renamed because nowadays it's rare.
Rare sense, definitely. And I think it's quite true. Like if we do this right, we're never really gonna know how well it works because we never really want to find out if it doesn't work. Does that make sense? And that sounds like I'm going to like talking a bit in circles.
And thing, like you got scientists in America, they put like the curve, they did the like if we never self-isolated death rate ratio, and then the difference to now we're self-isolating, and I think the difference was it went from 2 million deaths to 100 to 200,000 deaths, and you know that is obviously a hypothesis. It's not actually like proven. But I mean, these guys are scientists. It's their job to do these kind of things. And, you know, 2 mil to 100K, that's a big drop, bro. And at the end of the day, these are lives of people that it's weird because they're talking about the lives and numbers. And it's like these are not Spotify streams, you know, these are people. Do you know what I mean, though, bro?
Yeah,
like,
100%.
600 people have died today. Like, bro, if that was one of my family members, I'll be like distraught, man. I'll be heartbroken, bro. Like, they're just becoming a number.
And 100%. And I'll be real with you. I think the thing that kind of hit home for me this week was it was the first time that some people that I knew in my family and extended family had come down with it, and also some people that are in the industry, like DJ Ace made a Instagram post talking about him getting the coronavirus as well, because he's somebody who's in kind of a more high risk category because he needs a new kidney, to put it shortly. Do you know what I mean? So it's getting very real. Yeah, it's getting very real. It's not like, I think as the numbers creep up, we're all likely to find out somebody else has got it that we know, or instead of it just being your auntie's cousin's uncle, whatever, like it was 3 weeks ago when everyone was busting jokes about that. It's very real that someone you know or you might have it. So once that starts to kick in, I think that's when it's going to feel real for everyone else as well.
Yeah, 100%. I think a couple man told me I ain't self-isolating till my brother gets it or something. Like, bro. But yeah, man, I think it's one of them. Like you said, it's just we ain't got a clue, man. We just gotta stay strong and pray for our families and pray for our friends, man. And hopefully,
Word. I make you right. I make you 100% right for that. Right. So something that we can do while we are in self-isolation is watch your new TV show, man. Big Zoos, Big Eats. Now, speaking of people that think that this came out of nowhere, yeah, because like you said, people want instant gratification. You've been doing food for a little while, though, haven't you?
Gee, I'm a fat brother, so I can't lie.
Yeah, Big Zoo's big. The B-I-G in Zoo is very apparent. I'm with you, bruv. I'm an eater. It's an African thing, bruv.
Come on, where you from in Africa?
Nigeria.
Hey, Niger man, Niger boy. Yeah.
Come on, I've been chopping jollof from day one now.
Hey.
Uh-huh.
They like to say that every aspect: music, food, fashion, industries, and you know what? I put my hands up. You guys are doing it well. But Sierra Leone, we're coming. Yeah, when it comes to the food, brother, I've always documented food from when I first had like Snapchat and these things, and like I was always doing food content, you know, like. You know when you used to see like them twisted videos on Insta where they're like making like a sausage, a hot dog flipping grill, or they make like quick burgers. You know them videos on Insta where it's just the hands, all you see the hands, and they're just making a spaghetti like in one pot. I used to always watch them and be like, bruv, I could do this. Like, so I used to do it in my house myself. I used to do it from like my perspective. I used to put little jokes on it. And one thing about food is that everyone connects through food. You know, everybody eats. Everyone has to eat. So it's something that it's a thing that will never die. You know, and I feel like food culture has become more prominent within social media. Like people like Action Bronson have definitely paved the way. And you know, there's people like one of my friends, like Mr. Chip, Mr. Chipmunk, aka Chip. He absolutely loves food, and all he does on his Snap is upload if he's eating like a proper yard. If he's eating a mad curry goat, he'll upload it. Like on the weekend, if he's having a crazy, like, you know, you got these like things like Trap Kitchen and stuff where you got these absolutely crazy meals that's got the mac, the lobster, the chicken. Like now that's the in thing now, you know? That's like rapper currency. If you're a rapper and you got 14 lobsters on your table and a big mac and cheese, people are like, yeah, he's killing it, bro.
Yeah. It's no longer as a Rolex doing that job. If you've got 14 lobsters,
14 lobsters. If you got a chef, and you got some premium waffles, and you also got some primary school cake with the hundreds and thousands. If you got that, people think you're winning, because at the end of the day, food has always been aligned with like power. You know, in Africa, having a big belly, it means you're doing well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Like, in Nigeria, if you walk around with a big belly, then you are getting ratings. You are getting moved to by girls. You're getting ratings from other guys. People are taking you seriously. If you don't look like you've eaten well, if you come in looking mager, they're like, this guy's not serious. He can't even eat properly. Why should I listen to this guy? Yeah? Do you know what I mean?
Hey, the big belly, man. Them man are respected, because over here, abs.
Abs in Nigeria ain't really getting you ratings. I got uncles that would sit down and their belly would hang between their legs and pushed out, and they'd be like,
yeah. I'm born with abs. Are you mad? I was in Sierra Leone, my West African brothers, they're all naturally blam. All of them are blam. All blam. Like, you say, did you go to the gym? Well, I don't even know gym.
Now, I heard if you say gym to guys that are built like that, they just pump up a little bit like they've done 100 press-ups. Do you know what? I only got the shoulders, Zoo. I only got the shoulders though, bruv. I'm mixed race. I got the shoulders, but the abs, I've got the round belly though, bruv. But I like it though. It's in at the moment.
Listen, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, we all go sleep and we all go poo.
Yeah.
That my little analogy there. That's my little breakdown of it. That is my
100%.
excuse for being fat.
100%. Do you know what though? You've got me Googling food, you know. I've just started Googling food, bro. I can't lie. I've just brought up the elitist cake ever. Yeah. That is the elite cake, right?
There we go. Yeah.
The primary school cake. That was it, man. Well, let's draw up for another one. I never got it in shape like that. That one.
I'm custard. Are you mad?
Is it? Yeah, with custard as well. There's one with custard. Yeah. I don't. Is this a UK thing? This
Oh,
cake.
I don't think it's America, man. I
I
don't
don't
think
know
they
if
know.
they.
I think America's so over the top. Like there'll be some bacon and like chicken wings on the side, and like you know what I mean, and smoked barbecue sauce. England, we're a bit more simple, you know. Cake, a
Yeah.
sponge cake with icing and hundreds of thousands. We go wild.
Yeah, they think we're playing over there. They probably take that cake and turn it into a donut and call it a cake nut or something like that. That's what
There we
Americans
go,
do.
bro. You see my angle.
Exactly. Right. So Big Zoo, you love food. I mean, you just had some food before we even started a podcast, and you've been doing cooking shows on YouTube for a while. You did some stuff with Radar, did some stuff in your own house as well, including a really nice Christmas dinner. Right. I just want to say that episode was sick. You did a Christmas dinner, you brought the man them round, and also you did a nice rap at the end, which made me feel quite festive. That's a good watch. I think you should watch that every year at Christmas time. But you've done all of that. And now you got the show coming out on UK TV, Dave, right? Big Zoo Eats.
Not Santan Dave. Everyone thinks it's Santan Dave. Yeah, it's not Santan. It's the channel Dave.
Well, on Dave TV channel.
I got a program coming out on Dave. They're like, what? Send me the location. What Santan Dave? I'm like, nah, the channel Dave. Like, yeah, man,
so Big Zoo Eats, talk us through it, man. What's the premise of the show?
What's sick is that you talked about that Radar Christmas thing, and
yeah,
like that was like one of the main references they used when it was creating the program. It was like them kind of cooking things that I was doing, like even the rap at the end, like things like that. It was just it really connected with them, and it was a different angle. You know, you watch cooking programs all the time now. It's the same stuff. You know, it's Jamie Oliver or Gordon Ramsay. They're making food with ingredients that you can only buy in Waitrose. You can't get any of them ingredients in the ends. You know, it's not possible to cook the food they're cooking. They got the maddest grill. They got the maddest oven.
Yeah,
Big Z is just authentic cooking by somebody that loves food. I'm not actually a trained chef, but I love food, and it's, they found a way to connect it with their audience. So I cook for comedians. I cook for comedians while they're on the road. So someone will be on tour. Let's take Jimmy Carr, for example. You know, the big dog. You know, a little bit of Jimmy Carr. Jimmy Carr. You know, I don't think anyone can say who to Jimmy Carr. Yeah,
well, HMRC knows about Jimmy Carr. Yeah, the Queen knows about Jimmy Carr trying to nick her peas. So everybody knows about Jimmy Carr. Oh, Jimmy, you owe me. Pay me, Jimmy.
I can't do his laugh. I tried. So there we go. Dying.
White Eddie Murphy.
I wish I had that bar for him there. Aye, that would have killed him. So yeah, they'll be on tour. Like actually on tour. Like not no TV production magic, which I've learned about. Yeah, it's definitely on tour. They'll be on tour. Before they do their show, I'll meet them, talk to them about what kind of food they like, find out what's their favorite types of food, find out what's their diet right now, boom, boom, boom. They'll finish their show, and I'll be there waiting with a 3-course meal. Like, I basically give them their dinner while they're on tour. And what I learned in this process, a lot of comedians, they don't eat before they perform because they normally have to speak for about an hour and a half. And, you know, giving that on a full bed, it's hard. You're going to have indigestion. You're going to be doing all these little burps, like, you know what I mean? So they don't really have big food before they perform. So normally after they finish performing, they're very hungry. So if I'm there waiting with their favorite food that like they love, normally the results, 9 times out of 10, they absolutely love it, innit?
I bet they do. I bet they flipping do. I mean, and I've seen a few episodes. I don't want to spoil a lot. So, I mean, you mentioned Jimmy Carr as one of the guests. You've got a big range of comedians as well. You've got comedians that are well known across the UK, but I like to say that you've got a very diverse selection of guests. I think everyone knows what you mean by that. And shout out to you. I know that was something you wanted to bring to the table.
Definitely, yeah. Big up UK TV. Big up them, man, because I think the choices of comedians is definitely very broad, and I feel like what we was able, because we also went on tour with them, so we had to go meet them where they was
Yeah.
we was able to like explore the UK as well as there's so much depth to the program, man, as well as us just cooking for them. It's also me and my man them from Mozart Estate, West London, like proper central West London hood, going out there and exploring and doing different activities and getting to, and then also when I'm connecting with these comedians, talking to people that I would have never spoken to in my everyday life, you know, like Desiree Birch is a dominatrix from America who's moved to England and she's got some crazy stories. Well, she's not a dominatrix now. She used to be in a past life. She's a comedian, obviously.
Yeah.
But like, just me and her, like, would have never sat down and had a conversation about her past and my past. And like, it was just people like that. Like even Ed Gamble, like sitting with Ed Gamble.
yeah. Ex-Fat Boy.
Yeah, ex-Fat Boy. He's not anymore. Yeah. Like just sitting with him talking about metal and rock and just things like that, like, and then me talking to him about grime and rap. It was like you'll never put us two in a room to have a convo, but like just that connection for the love of food, for the fact that I'm cooking for them. I mean, there's already love, and then when they find out a bit about me and a bit about my personality, and then you know what's funny as well in this program? I was analyzing all the comedians to see if they can make me laugh. Yeah. And I learned a lot about comedy. There is so many different types of comedy. Like you got dry humor, you got the over the top, you got the punchlines. You know, you got people that do setups. You got people that are just quick, like Jimmy Carr. He's just quick with it. Like I learned so many types of humor, and it really taught me to appreciate comedians and the work that they do. And it also taught me how similar it is to writing music, because they have to write their punchlines as much as they do rebuttals and they talk to the hecklers in the crowd. Like obviously I'm using some comedic words, you know what I'm saying? Heckler is when someone talks in the crowd and they reply to them. Because I always used to think that was fake, but then they told me like, no, that's off the top of the head. Like, so it's like they gotta do stuff like us. They got a freestyle, then they got to have their writtens, then they got to be ready to shut down the show. It's very similar to music, and it's just obviously they don't have a backing beat, you know. And and if the crowd ain't feeling it, boy, it's long.
Can't just get your support DJ to play a tune while you just recoup yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Nah, that man definitely are standing on the stage on their own, so with a big light on their face. So I definitely respect. Go on.
I was just going to say, has that piqued a bit of interest for you then in comedy? Does that make you feel like it might be something you want to do? I can see a little glint in your eye when you mentioned, well, it's kind of similar to what I do.
In the industry I'm in, it's about entertainment, and you know, there are musicians that have ventured into so many things. You know, you look at people like Jamie Foxx, you look at people like Drake. Like these guys are like big players, and they've done all amounts. They've done so many things. So I used to question like, am I going to lose my integrity by trying to try other things? But at the end of the day, we're here to entertain people and have fun. And if I can have new experiences, I'm not going to say no. So I've definitely thought about doing some stand-up one day, maybe coming out for someone.
Yeah. Like do a hot 5 or 10 minutes to warm up for them.
Yeah. Something like that. See if I can make them laugh. Because, bro, it's not easy, man. Everyone thinks they're funny until you have to stand in front of a random crowd and make them laugh. And not just say the jokes that you say to your man them that make your boys laugh. You got to make random people laugh, you know?
100%. It's that kind of pressure that you can only get when you're trying to intentionally entertain people. It's the same with food. It's the same thing that you do in your show. You're saying, I'm Big Zoo and I'm going to make food that you really like. So when when you've got these comedians, like it's their job to go into a room and say, I'm going to make you laugh. And the audience can be like, no, you're not. They've got to be so funny that they overcome that. You're doing the same thing with food though, right?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously not everyone likes the flavors you're going to make. Some people are very picky, but I think what I've learned is if you put your passion into it and you show your love for the ingredients, some people will just respect what you've done, you know, especially because we cook in a food truck, bro.
Yeah.
We got UK TV, yeah?
That's sick.
Obviously, man's not in some Michelin star restaurant. Man's not in a studio that has the greatest equipment in the world. Bro, we're in a food truck, you know, we got a grill and we got a deep fryer. So, you know, we had to make it work. And I think people appreciate that me and my two boys who literally just did home ec in secondary school are out here trying to create proper nice meals that look good in a food truck. And I think it's part of the grind is part of the love. Like people see the grind, it'll make them appreciate what man's doing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Definitely, and you definitely did it. I mean, I don't want to give away too much, but there's a range.
Yeah.
You're a meat eater, so I know you provide food for meat eaters, but there's also for people that are vegan or vegetarian. You go into that realm, you explore, and you make sure that you cater to that, right?
Yeah, 100%. Like you said, there's so many different type of people that like different types of food. I wish I could have just made chicken wings every day, you know, and just made one day with sweet and sour, one day barbecue, one day Korean fried. You know what I'm saying? But you got I had to do stuff that I've never done before, you know, making vegan food. I've never sat at my house and gone, you know what, today I'm gonna make sure I don't use any dairy products or any meat or anything that's been killed. I'm just gonna use straight. Nah, I've never done that. But after the program, I actually started doing things like, bro, how can I make this? How can I maybe cook something today that's vegan? How can I maybe cook something today that's vegetarian? How can I maybe do something today that has no carbs? You know, and it's definitely open. So hopefully I could do that to a couple of the people that watch the program as well.
Definitely. I was very against being anything other than a meat eater last year. And it was in 20. I was a bit pissed actually, because this year, the start of this year was the year where there was the frigging vegan KFC, vegan Subway, vegan everything.
It came out, yeah.
All of those options. But when I tried it in 2019, I did, sorry for listeners of the podcast, I've said this to a few people, but I did pescatarian January. So I weaned myself off. I did vegetarian February, and then I did vegan March. March was, bruv, it was, Big Zoo, it was hard, bruv. But I did it, and now I think, like you said, when I look at a menu, I used to just be like, oh, vegetarian, fuck that. Go down to the steak. Yeah, but now when I look at a menu, I'll have a look, and I might be like, you know what, I might do the vegetarian starter there. I might do a vegan main. My mind's open to it. You mess with seitan as well, which is quite an interesting thing. Seitan's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, we're not talking about the devil. Yeah.
Seitan Dave.
Yeah, Seitan Dave. No devil thing. There's no devil, yeah. I don't know why they called it Seitan, yeah. The weirdest name. But what it's basically whey protein or something, or wheat protein, wheat gluten.
Yeah.
Wheat gluten. Yeah. It's something like that, yeah. And bro, I mean, it can be buff. It can be really good. And you know, there's different variations of it. I mean, there's types that aren't good for you. There's types that is just made to taste like meat. And then there's types that is actually, you know, beneficial for your diet. So, I mean, these kind of supplements, these vegan things, they are very random. But when you realize the nutritional benefit, when you realize, actually, you know what, I'm saving the planet by eating this food. It's kind of like this quarantine stuff. Like, you don't actually get that instant gratification that, you know what, I saved a cow from dying. You know what I mean? Like, so you're not getting that instant, direct certificate of what you've done. But when you're eating it, in the back of your mind, you're also realizing, right, you know what? I'm hoping to go towards a sustainable future, which is like one of the most important things in the world right now. Because I think we're so like rattled by this coronavirus thing. Like, but people are out here screaming about what's happening with global warming. Like. And if this kind of thing, this kind of epidemic, this pandemic, this kind of moment that we're going through in life, like if it was to do with anything with global warming, we won't have a chance to be able to just stay in our house, self-isolate, make a difference.
Yeah.
So I do respect the angle. At first, I used to think, what are you talking about? You're eating a carrot, or you think you're saving the world? Are you mad? I'm going to eat that chicken. You know what I'm saying? But it's only when I've kind of like delved into it a bit deeper that I've realized, like, we are really putting bare methane into the air by we kill more animals than we've ever had before. People absolutely love meat. Like, even in the time of veganism and times of vegetarian people doing their thing and campaigning, all these things, like we consume more meat than we've ever had before, and the impact that has on the world is crazy. So these things like seitan, that are these like supplements, and like I do absolutely respect the people that have put their time and effort into making things that taste nice, you know? Like, there's a place called Cook Daily. I don't know if you've heard of Cook Daily. They got a shop in London Fields, and I don't know if they've moved. I haven't been there in a minute, but bro, they make the baddest, like jerk chicken bowls, and they make like chicken and mushroom pie, and it's all made with this seitan product. And it's bro, sometimes I eat it and I feel better after, and it tastes nicer than chicken bowl. So it's mad.
There you go. You know, your horizons are opened. But so I won't say what you cooked for them, but one of your guests, Jimmy Carr, you had a really good rapport with him. I think it's the first episode, isn't it? We can say that. That's gonna, and it's I think he's a great guy to kick it off. Not only is he a comedy legend, but you guys got on well together. The banter was there. In fact, I'm about to play a quick clip of you two having a little cussing match.
Oh, my heart is hurting.
Well, that is to do with your diet.
If you want to start the joke war, because it looks like you need to donate me some forehead.
Donate you some forehead.
Because I got a 2-head.
You've got a 2-head, I've got an 8-head. Yeah, somewhere down the line there should be a transplant,
If we divide it...
No, I'm just saying, I think if we took a blood test, I think it would be 75% mayonnaise right now.
I don't even like mayo. I don't even like mayo.
You guys went in on each other, man. Was he truly like that when the camera was on and off? I feel like Jimmy's quite the same all the time.
Oh, that guy is a professional. Oh my God. He's a G. He's a G. He's just so efficient with it. He knows exactly what he wants to get done. And the banter was just like, when the cameras weren't rolling, he weren't violating me. He's keeping it cool. He's still busting jokes, but when the cameras are rolling and it was time to do banter, bro, he's quick with it. That's why I said these men are like musicians. My man's basically freestyling on the block right now with a YouTube beat in the background, and he absolutely smoked me off the planet. Like, I tried to say a joke, and he took my joke, wrapped it, gave me a quick Hadouken in the face, and then said, yeah, you don't know. KO.
It's crazy, man. And also, like, I don't know why I feel like this. I feel like Jimmy Carr in a previous life was on the block. I don't know, man. Some of the stuff that he was on, the foods and drinks that you were giving him out of nowhere, he was just like, yeah, man. Yeah, this is me.
Bro, I think he's definitely Mandem. I think, obviously, he's not from the Mandem hood areas, but he's fucking West, innit? That's all I know. I know he's a West man. So
is he a West man? Okay.
Yeah, he's from West. I don't know if he's from West anymore, but I know that I think he like grew up around Ealing side. I don't know, can't remember exactly, but I know he's from the west side of London. And bro, he's a G, man. He definitely taught me that just because man are from different worlds, just because he lives a different life to me, doesn't mean we can't connect on a different level. Doesn't mean that he's ignorant to my culture, and he didn't appropriate me in any way. You know, people have this like idea that when you work with these super guys who are like high up in the game, that they're just gonna take the piss out of you and be like, oh, you're just are you gonna smoke some weed, mate? Are you gonna stab me? You know what I'm saying? Like, they just think man's some hood youth, but nah, bro. They have respect for who I am. They have respect for my slang. Like, he was making jokes out of the way I was talking, but I didn't feel violated because to him, I could definitely be like, why did he say that like that? You know what I mean? Like, there was no big fish, little fish. We're literally but two people coming here to entertain people, and I think that's what's sick about this program is that, like, the people that I link up with. Obviously, like I said, we are from different worlds. Not everyone, like, big up Jamali Maddox and big up Guz Khan, because them man are definitely from the ends, you know? And that was different. Like, even being able to connect with them was different because, like, it was another aspect for the program. But for the people that were not from the same background as me, like a man like Josh Widdicombe, who is not from London. He don't know about grime. He's a very calm guy. You know, me and him was able to connect on a different level. So
that's sick, man. That's sick, man. I look forward to the show. Also, I recognise the intro where you have your own tune, where it's you rapping it, which is sick that you made the intro. I thought that was a standard lick. But also, I recognise where you shot the intro stuff for the show, and that's not too far from where the studio is for Podcast Studio London. So I was like, shit, that's around the corner, man. We should have tried to get a little walkthrough in the background when that was happening.
You know what I'm saying? Where is it Lambert Grove areas?
So you know when you were shooting some stuff on, you can see in the canal at the start of the show, when you guys watch this, you'll see there's a canal there. You were really close to our studios, and then you walk across a bridge, and I'm like, shit, that's ends, man. That's so close.
It was sick. We was able to do the theme tune in the area, man. Grew up in the spots, man. Like, we actually got to take them to the places that me and my boys used to sit down and chill when we was little kids. So they definitely, with this program, I definitely kept it very authentic. Even the fact that the theme tune is a grime rhythm. The theme tune is Big Zoo spitting. Like, I don't want to give away too much, but obviously it's coming for the people soon. But like, you can't show me a program where the intro is a brother spitting bars and it's actually hard. It's not like, it's not forced. It's not written by anyone else. No one gave me any like script or anything. Man just wrote it in the street. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know what? That's sick. And do you know what? All right, it's not as hard. It's not grime, but it kind of reminded me of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air start, how he's in it and he raps at the start. I thought, I've not seen a show like that for a long time that sticks with me. There might be other things out there, but I don't remember. All right, yeah. Now, what else is there out there where a person raps in the intro and they're in it?
I mean, there's Big Nasty Show got his thing. You know?
Oh yeah, obviously that. Yeah.
And that's what I think my program's definitely going to get compared to a lot, but we're definitely on different things. But I like that Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reference because it's definitely like, that was Will. Will was on music them times. Remember, he was like an actual musician, but that was his step into acting. And from Fresh Prince, he's gone on to be one of the biggest movie stars in the world. So it was sick that they let him express himself on the beginning with a song that is iconic. It's iconic. Like if someone goes, in West Philadelphia, born and raised, you know,
I start arguments with that tune because people go, what, like, who's your top 5 rappers? And I put Will Smith in there somewhere just to piss everyone off. How could you? Welcome to Miami, Men in Black. I'm like, bruv, he won the first ever Grammy for rap, yeah. And his tune, that intro to Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you can't tell me there's a more better known rap tune. I'm sorry, bruv. It's the most known rap tune ever. So yeah, I love throwing that in there to start arguments. That really pushes some lips in the wrong direction when I put him in my top 5.
That must kill some man's
I used to throw. Remember when barbershops existed? Yeah, I used to throw that grenade into barbershops. Do you know what I mean? And just let everyone go crazy. Bruv, no trim, man. You're lucky. You've got a high top zoo, so you can let that ride for a little while. But I'm looking grizzly.
When I put it down, it's like you don't even know if I got a forehead or not.
Yeah.
Your thing's all right now. Your thing's surviving. Just gonna keep because I'm not a trimmer, so I can't trim. So I'm just topping it up where I can here and there. You're doing line, man. Come on.
Yeah, you got to do the lineup. So Zoo, I've seen you cooking on the show. I've seen you cooking on YouTube. Everyone's gonna see that, but in real life, do you cook a lot? Do you cook every day?
Yeah, I definitely do cook a lot. Like, I live with my mum. And my little brother. And there's definitely days where my mum can't be bothered to cook. And she's chilling. She knows I'll go in the kitchen. I don't have to go buy no ingredients. I'll just see what's in the house and start flexing. And now I'm kind of like, I'm definitely getting into my bag in terms of cooking. I'm definitely like learning. Because I've learned cooking is all about patience. And, you know, I'm learning how to like make things from scratch. Before, I never used to appreciate it. I used to think, let me just put that Uncle Ben's rice in the microwave. Let me just put that jar of tomato sauce on top. You know what I mean? Whereas now it's like I'm learning. Let me take time.
Brother, I can't lie though. Just to quickly cut in for a second, yeah, I totally agree with you, and I 100% know that the rice that I make, yeah, especially when it's a jollof rice, you can't get that out of a bag. But Uncle Ben's is stepping up his game, bruv. This curry, bruv, that was the only rice I could get. So when I went to the supermarket, that was the only rice I could get, and I got like a garlic rice. I got a Mexican rice. These were the only bags left. There were like 4 bags left, and I had them. They're the 2-minute in the microwave ones, bruv.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, doing all right.
My G, all right. That's the thing. It can work. It can definitely work. Like, even when you make, like, sometimes when I make a fried rice back in the day, I used to use that. Like, I couldn't be bothered to, like, you know what I'm saying, boil a rice and then add it into a fried rice. It definitely works, but I think the more I've, like, done cooking, the more I've learned to appreciate the process.
100%.
Like, even if it's, like, 1% different level of flavor, like, it's like, I think cooking as well, sometimes it's therapeutic, man. You have your long day, you're chilling, and now you just focus on, because you know what's funny? You'll put hours into making a dish and it'll get eaten in 3 minutes. That's what's so funny about cooking. You'll put hours of effort into cooking and then it'll get nyammed in like 2 minutes. But the faster it gets eaten, the better the feeling is, because you know that it was good food, you know?
Yeah, it's an actual emotional offering, isn't it? You understand that when you start cooking for other people, when you lay it down, if you see everybody look at it like, oh, then it hits you, doesn't it? But if everyone smashes it and goes, yeah, have you got any more? You're like, yeah.
It was worth them 4 hours of sweating in the kitchen.
Exactly. So what's your favorite thing to cook at the moment? Like when you get in the kitchen, let's imagine that the supermarkets aren't there. You've got your
Yeah.
favorite ingredients. What are you whipping up for us?
I mean, everyone cusses me because it's my classic dish. I've always loved a lasagna. Lasagna is my number one, man. I just love how it's nice tomorrow. You know, it's something you can put in the fridge, eat tomorrow, and it's still buff. So none of it gets wasted. And I make the white sauce from scratch, and that's like one of my specialities, making a bechamel, which is like a cheese sauce. Well, bechamel is not a cheese sauce. When you add cheese, it becomes a cheese sauce. So it's just like a white sauce. Yeah, come on, I'm a chef. Let me go there, chef. You know what I'm saying? And then making the meat sauce as well. Before I used to use like Don Mio and minced meat, but then I learned how to make a tomato sauce from scratch, which is very easy. It's just literally like cooking down some onions and adding chopped tomatoes and tomato paste and letting it cook down for like an hour. And that's how you get real rich tomato flavor. Because like I said, you can add a Don Mio. Doesn't matter. If that's what you like, that's what you like. But when you make your own tomato sauce from scratch and you use just a little cheap ingredients to make something that man can shop in a shop for £15, you know? So I think lasagna is one of my favorite things because as well, when you finish it in the oven, you got to let it set. And then when boom, when you chop up when you slice and dice it, people want the biggest slice. And that's what man always get arguments over. I want that. Let me get that corner. The one that's got the brown bit with the cheese.
I like the corner, yeah. I'm always like the corner. I've got to have the corner, Zoo, because it's got the little crispy bit. Oh, yes!
Like I'm saying, man, I always worrying for that corner, but yeah, like making a lasagna, that's definitely up there. And a roast, I love making a roast. I think roast is one of the most simple things in the world. If someone says they can't cook, tell them make a roast. Because all you got to do is chop some potatoes, chop some carrots, pull it in a tray, get a chicken, pull it in a tray, season it, make sure you season it, yeah? Make sure you season it. Don't just put salt and pepper, yeah? There's other things you could put: paprika, chili powder, garlic powder. You could put all-purpose. I like Maggi cube. You know, you can put whatever you want on there. Just make sure you give it some love and flavor. Squeeze some lemon on top. Put some herbs, you know. All these little touches. You pull it in the oven for 2 hours, mate, and you'll never go Nando's again. But big up Nando's.
Yeah. You know what? To be fair, Nando's tastes all right for me as well. Like, I can't lie. But when you make it at home, it's a totally different vibe. But that's all closed now, so people can't go to restaurants. It's like going to the restaurant. When did I last go to a restaurant? It was probably 3.5 weeks ago now. So now people are cooking from home. So I think more than ever, due to timing, your show is going to be more relevant than it was before. Do you know what I mean? Because people need to cook from home. They want to see new ways to cook. And again, it's not like you're being Jamie Oliver or Heston. You're not in some kitchen where they've got all this funky tech and fresh stuff. You're kind of using what's in the food truck and you're making food for people that are out and about and they have specific needs. You're like, okay, cool. What can I whip together for you? That's sick.
Yeah, man. The timing is weird. Obviously, it's a catch-22. We definitely would have loved to be able to go on the road and do some serious promotion, but
take the food truck on the road. Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, that was like the main. That would have been sick if I could have just pulled up on man in a food truck like, who wants some food? But
sick.
You know, hopefully we get a series 2. Hopefully. But yeah, like you said, people are home, and obviously I don't wish people to stay in self-isolation. I don't wish people to stay in their house. But, you know, if there was ever a time for people to watch a cooking program especially where I'm out and about exploring the world and trying to bring ingredients to you and dishes to you, I think definitely a good time for people to take in the hard work that me and my brothers have done, and the whole crew. Big up the camera crew, big up the editors, big up all the people that run all the logistics, got all the higher ups that do all the, you know, signing off the paperwork, because this has made me learn that it's a process that everyone has to come together. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, man. You totally get the credits now, don't you? Like all of the people that have to put their work in.
Hey, I used to turn off the program at that point. Still, I'll be like, yeah, on to the next. But now I've definitely learned to appreciate all them names that pop up at the end. And what was sick is when we watched like a couple of the final versions, watching the credits and seeing the names come up, like man will see the cameraman name come up and be like, bop. Then you'll see like the line producer, and he'll be like, yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, being able to connect to these people and then seeing them get their their gratification from the program.
Yeah.
Like, because they're not on the camera. All you ever see when you watch a program is the main guy. You see the main guy and you see the extras and you see the boom, boom, boom. You don't ever see the person that's holding this big camera on their shoulder. You don't ever see the editor that's in the room going through hundreds of hours of footage. You don't see the line producer who has to actually pattern up every single thing to make it run smoothly. You don't see that. So I've definitely learned to appreciate who I'm working with and the effort that people put in to make this happen, because you're going to see Big Zoo on the face of it, but this was a bag of people that had to come together to make this work, and I'm very proud of everyone.
Yeah, man, it looks real good. You also had someone in the in the credits called a home economist. I had no idea what that was, but that's something to do with food. I think you only get them on food programs. Do you know what that is properly yet?
Let's not talk too much about the home ec, you know. Yeah, with this program, obviously, I used to always watch them and think we're on everything. There's a home ec. The home ec is the person that helps assist with the creation of the food, helps come up with the recipes with you. They help like get all the ingredients, and what you will see on camera is me doing a lot of cooking, but it is me going back to back with someone who is definitely assisting everything I do. And in cooking, like on a TV program, sorry, pardon me, when you're making like a TV program, like let's say I got to cook something for 5 hours, I'm not gonna slap it in the oven and we're all gonna sit there for 5 hours like, bling. Like, you know what I'm saying? So the whole next job is kind of to help speed up the process and help things run smoothly, and also if man burn things, you know, if anything gets burned, like, you know what I'm saying, they're just gonna come with a real one.
Come with the fresh one.
Not too much about that one there. I'll be on the camera for you. Home ec.
Okay, well that's Big Zoo Eats. Make sure you check it out. When's it out officially? Because that line may have changed a little bit. Are you aware when it is out properly?
I know when it's out. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it.
This is going out just before it goes out, so this isn't going out now. So I think we can say it.
May 15th. That's what I've been told. May 15th is the first episode is landing on Dave. Yeah, it's gonna be primetime television. I can't wait for the UK to lock in. I just want people to get behind it and realize, you know what? There's a light-skinned brother who is half black, half Arab on primetime television with his two brothers from the ends, who are both Iraqi, yeah, called Haider and Ahmed, yeah, doing a television program, a 10-episode television program. It's definitely, as much as it benefits us, I think it's a move to show the kind of places that the entertainment industry is going towards now, you know?
100%. And word, like, it's a great watch. I'm not gassing it. Yeah, it's a great watch. It's fun. And like, every episode isn't the same because you've got a real good mix of comedians. Like you said, you've got people that are a bit more man them, and then you've got other people like, you know, your Jimmy Carrs, your Ed Gambles, stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, make sure you check that out and watch it. I'm not going to let you go just yet, though, Big Zoo. In fact, you've made me think. There's some food tech that we got sent to the studio, and I wasn't sure what to do with it. And I might send it over your way just to see what your thoughts are on it at some time.
Give you some tips, bro.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll fire it over to you. We got something. It's like called a joule or something like that, where it's something to do with cooking meat, but it cooks it in a different way. I'll send it to you. You can try it out. Let us know what you think of it.
All right, cool.
All right, man. But yeah, musically, what are your plans at the moment? I know you got the TV show to think about, but like you said, you're sitting indoors. You got some time to think about music. What's the plan with that at the moment?
I just dropped a song with a guy called Jelani Blackman called P2P. That one's definitely tearing up the roads. Got a project coming with Capo, Cam and Eyes. That one there is gonna clock the whole universe. I'm working on an album for myself now. Working on the album, and I've been giving stuff out. I've been giving out verses, doing more things. Before I used to be very conservative with the music that I put out. I was kind of like trying to build my lane, but now I've done 6 projects off my own back. 6 projects of just Zooey. Obviously, there's a couple features in there, but I've done a lot of Zoo. So I think I've been able to create my lane, and I have a catalog now, which is what I always wanted to have. And now I'm able to just experiment, do stuff that's not just predominantly Big Zoo music, but also just flex as a music artist rather than just a grime MC. You know what I mean?
100%, and you've definitely added way more dimensions to what you can do now. Because I did think of you before as a rapper. Now I've seen you as a presenter. I mean, let's not forget the radio stuff that you've done. And now I'm seeing you as a TV personality and a personality within yourself. Do you know what I mean? As somebody who's proud of where you've come from, and you're kind of bringing that with you. You're not watering it down and changing it. Do you know what I mean? So I think you're someone who's a pleasure to watch on the TV, man. Also saw that you were in Sierra Leone recently, and you mentioned that as well. Your trip, that was probably your last trip for 2020, if I'm honest with you, bro. How was that out there, man? What would you get up to out there?
I was filming a music video with a artist called Drizzlick. I mean, obviously you're from Niger, so the Nigerian scene, the Ghanaian scene, they're definitely killing it right now.
Yeah.
People like Burna Boy, Wizkid, Davido. There's so many artists in West Africa that are rising up and taking the Afro sound across the world, international. And I feel like Sierra Leone is very represented in that market. But they have the source, they got the energy. So me being half Sierra Leonean, I got like, someone shouted at me. They were like, yo, man's got this artist, he's from Sierra Leone. I think you two should link up. He came to England, Drizzlick came to England. Me and him did a session. We made a song, and then I was sitting with my manager, and he was like, bro, why don't you fly Sierra Leone to do a music video for this? And I was like, raw, you know what? I don't mind. Let's get it done. Like, I haven't been back home in over 12 years. I haven't seen my family back home for a long time, caught up in the concrete jungle, caught up in the rat race. And I've not really gone back to go see stuff as an older man. Like, I'm 24. So the last time I went to Sierra Leone, I was like 12, 13, which is like, you can't really experience your hometown when you're a little boy, your mum telling you where to go and stuff. So it was sick because I was able to go back, learn about my roots a bit more, and also get some work done. So yeah, it was sad because I had to cut the trip short to make sure I wasn't stuck in Sierra Leone.
Yeah. Otherwise, you would have been there till, I don't know, 3-6 months. Who knows?
I would have come back looking a different color. I'd have probably lost bare weight.
You'd have been looking like you're made out of Lego on the Zoom on the Zoom screen we got now. The Wi-Fi would not be popping. The whole interview would just be like, yeah.
What, man? Let's put it like that. I would have definitely spiritually been learning a lot about myself. Because over there it's a different world, man. Over there, the appreciation for life is completely different to here. It's a different ballpark. And what's weird is that I had to get a last minute flight. I had a flight to Morocco, and Morocco borders closed. So I had to get a last minute flight to France and flew back and got to London, and it was like instant grey, just grey. Everything's grey. You're in Africa, it's popping. There's so much going on. No one cares about you. Obviously, I got white skin, so people are always looking at me, but it's not bad eyes. It's because if you smile at them, they're gonna smile back. You know what I mean? It's more of a fascination. It's more of a, how can I get some bread from this guy? Do you know what I'm saying? But when you're back in London, it's like no one's looking at you. But if they do, it's not no smiley thing. It's more of a, why are you looking at me? Do you know what I mean? I jumped on the train from Heathrow to go home, and it's like mid-corona. The world was just, it was like quiet. No one talks to each other. That's one thing that I found like so weird, that when I was in Africa, you just speak to everyone. You'll be walking, you'll walk past someone, you say, hey, Kushet, everybody. You say, hi, how are you? You know what I mean? Like, you'd be like, you're right, mate. Da, da, da. But you're back in England, and it's like, no, I'm on the train, and everyone is just silent, head down, on their phone, even though there's no Wi-Fi. So it's like, it's like, bruv, it definitely showed me a lot. And then obviously I've been in lockdown, so I haven't even been able to go out and go link my brethren and stuff. And I'm definitely missing Africa. And what I've learned is, for all my African people, I'm not a spokesperson, but if you are of African descent, I mean, this could go for anyone from any country. It's not just Africa. But one thing about Africa is it is difficult to go back home. It's not a simple process, It's not as easy as flying to Germany or Amsterdam or France. It's not, and even like places in Asia, places in Africa, America, they're
Yeah.
definitely more glamorized in terms of the tourism and in terms of the things you can do there. You know, like Africa's definitely been put down as this place that you people just go to do philanthropy and help give back to young communities. It's not just about that. They have beautiful beaches, they have beautiful restaurants, they have beautiful activities that you can do, and you can also learn about your roots, about where you come from. So I think it's on us as this new generation to go back to Africa and invest and change the ethos of what it is to be an African. Definitely.
100%, 100%, and that's part of the master plan. I mean, I know at the moment it's not physically possible to get over there, but I'm ready to go back as soon as we're allowed to go and travel again. I want to do one of my yearly visits to Africa because, boy, you know, like you said, there's so much like vibe there. When you come back to the UK, the only way to describe it is grey when you come back here, isn't it? It's flat.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But
this to the UK, like, man, love where man come from. Do you understand, man?
Yeah.
Man appreciate everything that England has done for me, all the opportunities. Like, I don't
course.
think I would have got a program in Africa. Do you get it? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I would have been doing that. But like, it's just about knowing like, this is where man's from. Like, this
Yeah,
is,
of course.
you know what I mean? Man's skin is supposed to get this sun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, no, 100%, man. Like, bruv, I want to keep the vitamin D levels high. Do you know? Pause. I want to keep the vitamin D levels high.
Look
Yeah,
what I'm taking, bro.
There you go. And the number one thing you can get vitamin D from is the sun. But in the UK, we are seriously lacking that. And now we got to stay indoors. So, you know what I mean? But yeah, what are you doing with the rest of your day then now?
Well, like I said, I've been filming some content for the program. I'm doing some campaigns with some companies as well and recording music, man. I got people are running me down as we speak for verses. Got to get in some verses. So, yeah. Bro, technology. Let's talk about technology for 1 second.
Cool, let's do it.
I got a home set up in my studio, yeah?
Yeah. What's in the home setup?
So I got a Rode mic, so Rode. It's called an NT2A.
NT2A,
Yeah.
sick mic. I know about that. Yeah.
So you know about that thing, yeah? So
yeah,
bro,
man.
I've had my mic. I got my mic stand. I've got my focus. I got a Focusrite, which is like
sound
the sound card.
Nice.
Yeah, I've got like the basic one though. Like it's got two. It's I think it's called 2 in, 2 out or something. And then I've got
Scarlet, the red one, yeah.
The Scarlet, the red one.
Yeah.
And then I've got my KRK Rocket 5s because that's what every studio has. You know?
Wait, can you see it behind me? Can you see it behind me in the studio?
Yeah. I didn't even clock it, but then now I clocked it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, and then because I use a Mac, I've got this Belkin USB C to USB converter because what I learned was because I first had this converter, which is like the Apple one, which comes with a USB. It's the USB C to USB, and it also has HDMI. But what I learned is that like in terms of like the CPU, the usage or something, you have to have the right converter because if it doesn't have enough power in it, like if it can't process enough power into the USB, things will crash. So like my KRKs, the mic, the Focusrite, it needs a lot of it has a lot of, how can I explain it? I'm trying to do it in the most technical, logistical term.
It just needs juice, man. It needs the juice, bruv.
Basically, so I bought this Belkin thing, which is sick because it plugs into your laptop, but it also plugs into a power source. So
powered, yeah.
Make sure
more juice.
Make sure nothing crashes. And I've set up all this stuff. I've downloaded Logic X. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna start going ham. I'm gonna start recording in my house, bro. Don't think I've been trying to record this whole time. I've been recording from my laptop mic. I'm doing full songs in the mic, headphones on, going in, coming back. Like, why does it sound like this? I've done a whole song, I've done a whole thing, I've recorded stuff for people. Every time I'm calling my engineer, bro, what do I need to do? Why does it sound so rubbish? Why do I not sound clear? Why do I sound so quiet? One day I'm recording and I realize, let me go on the audio input, go on it, and it's on default settings. It hasn't even plugged in Scarlett. And I've clicked the Scarlett, gone to my mic, and I'm like, oh my God, I haven't even plugged it in.
Bro, you got to always, when you record, test it a couple times and go back again. But at least you got it working now, though, right?
Yeah, it's working. I'm
Alright,
learning how to act. No, I'm recording and I'm recording at home and I'm really enjoying it. I'm learning how to like mix my own vocals. I'm trying to do everything, bro, because we've got
Good,
the time
man.
now, you know?
I mean, if someone's got the beat and you've got the verse, you're cool. And that means every artist that's listening to this, there's no excuse for Big Zoo not to get you those bars that he's been promising to get over to you for ages because he's got the studio in his yard.
Yeah. Who you talking about?
People are going to be like, bruv, nah, I've heard you've got the home studio, bruv. I heard you've got the NT2A and everything. And
Certain men are allowed to know, bro. Not everyone's allowed to. You know what's funny? I blatantly sent something out to someone and I said, bro, you ain't got no excuse, man. You got all the time in the world, bro. Let me get my verse, bro.
Of course, give me my verse and give me the beats. Like, I think there's going to be a lot of music dropping. I think a month after we all come out, from being in for a little while, there's going to be a lot of music dropping. A lot of music videos that need to be made. A lot of content flying out there.
Yeah, man. Big up everyone that bank their content, because right now you're laughing. All the people that went the extra mile to get stuff done for the future, you're laughing. You're definitely laughing, because I think it just shows that planning for a rainy day is a real thing. Because you know it's funny, like people talk about putting money away for a rainy day, doing stuff for a rainy day. This is the rainy day.
100%. Listen, a lot of people in entertainment have not been doing that, and I've always been a big advocate of when you get paid, whatever it is, $1 bill, $1,000, whatever, one bag, whatever you get paid, that's not what you get paid. That's not all for you. Yeah, some goes away for the Queen, unless you're Jimmy Carr. Some goes away for for a rainy day, pay your bills, and then you're left with a little bit at the end. You know what I mean? And you take that and enjoy that. But I'm not here to preach about that. But I think the people that have done that feel a lot less worried than the people that aren't. And there's all this talk about government bailouts, but I don't know how that's going to work. There's a lot of promises flying around. That's a lot of free money.
Yeah, man, it's not easy, and like bro, people have signed up for employment for universal credit, so it definitely shows how tough these times are. And like you said, if you're worse right now, you're definitely gonna not be feeling the burn as much. You're gonna be,
Exactly, 100%, man. Yeah. Anyway, no, I just want to say, Zoo, where can people find you on the internet, bro? Where can we find you and keep a track of what you're up to, whether it's music, radio, TV, cooking, etc.?
I mean, I'm on all the platforms: Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, everything, Facebook. My name is Big Zoo, BIGZUU. But on Twitter, on Instagram, it's @It's Big Zoo. So ITSBIGZUU, ZWU, man. It's Big Zoo, man. Check out all the stuff. I got more. I got Bag of Music, Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, whatever it is, whatever you stream your music on, my things are there. Shazam, even if you need to Shazam it, it's there. Tidal, we got Jay-Z, is there. So
everywhere it's there.
Yeah, check out the music. The program's coming on Dave, and watch this space, man. I got a lot of stuff coming, man. I got a lot of stuff.
Okay,
coming.
Who do we have to punch up for the Big Zoo handle though? Who's disrespecting?
Fam, it's a bot. There's 2 bots that I've complained to Twitter and Insta for like the longest, and them man ain't having it. So yeah, it's coming. I'm gonna get that Big Zoo handle, bro.
Yeah, we need to.
I lose my verification if I change my app, so I'll have to change the app, then get re-verified, which is the longest thing in the world. So,
I'll tell you what though, Twitter can. I know Twitter can do it. They can change it for you and just convey it over. They don't want to say that out loud, but they will just slide it over for you when you have the right conversation. You have to wait for that bit. You have to wait for those bots to stop botting. You what?
Yeah, man. You serious? Bro, the Twitter one ain't tweeted since 2011, bro.
Nah, it needs to go. That needs to go. 100% needs to go. Yeah, that needs to go.
It's called Ayana, and the at is Zoo. I'm so annoyed, bro.
She's not even, you know what? She's a waste. But anyway, yeah. Thank you very much, bruv. We're going to finish the show on the Samuel L. Jackson video of him telling everyone to stay at home. I think it's only right to do that. Before I go, though, there's plenty of ways to kill some time out there. I've been Marcus Bronzy, at Marcus, BRONZY on social media, and How to Kill an Hour. We're on every platform, How to Kill an Hour, obviously. Thanks for joining us on the show, Zoo, man. Look forward to everything, bruv. Stay blessed.